Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Mukherjee from Martiniere for Girls in Calcutta. So, I had a question regarding the inequality in the field of education. The problem or differentiation between the elite schools and the public schools is also sort of related to the social status symbol problem in India and resides in the mind of the people. So, how to tackle this issue effectively and also how to improve the infrastructure of public schools when in India, a person is considered literate if he or she can write or read a simple passage with understanding in any language. How to tackle this issue effectively?
Okay, so I think I'll start off and then others can join. So I think it's a real problem in the sense that it's an education policy and related to the economics, of course. But I think the status symbol, as I was relating to my own experience, was not really there earlier, and it has something to do with the quality. So the reason why the private schools, elite schools, have become such a status symbol is partly because they charge a higher fee and therefore they can afford to employ better teachers, and that then eventually the quality of teachers shows up in many different ways, and that's when it becomes a status symbol that basically those schools are good school. And then in some sense, so the entry, but there's a huge entry barrier you have to realize, which is purely economic. I might be the most talented kid in this neighborhood, but I will not necessarily get admission in La Martiniere unless my parents can pay the fees. Now, typically in other societies, sometimes some other institutions will come in, market institutions like banks and so on. Again, the problem with a country like ours is that those kind of supportive institutions, which are market based, do not always operate. And therefore, there's a huge role for the government here compared to many other countries where the market works better in the sense that you get admission in one of those elite institution, quality education, you can just take a loan and go there. And that sort of mitigates this access or unequal opportunities. Because of the absence of that, which is starker in countries like ours and other developing countries, it's a bigger problem. And therefore, it's not, to my mind, it's not really status so much. I think it's more to do with the quality. And we do not have any more good public school for whatever reason, partly because of the resource crunch that the government is, as Pulin was saying, very few, hardly a little proportion coming back to public education from the government. And that is creating this huge anomaly, which at some level is going to bite us, all of us, not just the poorer people.